for this match here. It's John Park kicking us off in a battle of the former world champions.
He certainly does look the part, you might say, Mark. The party joins the party here in Purfleet. As Bobby George was saying in the preview with Ray Stubbs,
45.
We're not quite sure what to expect from John Park. He did play at Q School. He actually said that he went to qualifying school for practice for this event. An interesting tactic, considering he could have actually eliminated himself from the event had he got a tour card at the end of it.
Yeah, but look, nice problem to have, isn't it? If you get through Q School, you're doing something right. But John, obviously,
92.
flies on board of his trade as a commentator now, alongside myself, Wayne Mardle, and he's always got his dartboard with him. He's always practicing in his hotel room. He's still have his hopes of getting back on the tour. He still believes, but at the minute he's playing a big part in this seniors tour.
Walton, having had a game already, will know exactly what to expect. As you said, he could have won 3-0, missed 9 darts in a single leg against Les Wallace to win that match 3-0. Wallace breaking in 29 darts before going on to force a final set in that one.
100.
Did hit 5 maximums, did the man from Yorkshire.
You mentioned the man from Yorkshire, the man who still plays for Yorkshire County. And it takes some doing. John Walton, very proud Yorkshireman.
93.
Start the match well
Johnny
here.
O'Connor, 161.
Well, that looks like some kind of work gathering there, Mark.
97.
And Party trying to get to work on the hockey. John Walton, though, down to a finish.
55.
Good leg for John Boy. Potential 14 darter. Key against the John Park throw as well. Stay there. Double 16 for the break in the opening leg, and that's a slick first leg from John Walton. And a confident start. 15 darts, a break of throw, and
game on.
Walton, who's the very best. One of the very best. And
85.
so when I got to know John Park really properly that year, we played in the Grand Slam the previous year, we played that year. So a couple of exhibitions together being world champions, but such a solid player. And here he goes. Look at that last one. But signs John Park starting to settle, but
probably start downstairs here from 265. Great professor of the game, John Park. Knows which ways to go, which are the most effective routes. Fires though by a long distance there and just looks a little bit annoyed with himself.
Yeah, not happy there. And I'm not going to say well, he hasn't settled, but it's testament to how well John Boy settled.
87.
Bit of a slip with that last one. John Walton, who won the World Championship in 2001, and that was a real dominant 12 months for John Boy, because 2 months prior to the winning the World Championship, he won the World Masters, and then in 2001 he went on to win like 6-7 BDO ranking events. So that takes some doing, because when you win that world title there's pressure, and he carried that pressure well, kept on winning. John
24. Johnny McCall, 146.
And can John Park produce a party piece? Not to be. Still in this leg, no certainty that Walton will clean up the 100 when he comes back.
60.
In fact, the highest checkout he had in that victory over Les Wallace was 80.
Well, he has a chance to eclipse that here, and he does eclipse that here, and that's a 2-leg lead for John Walton. A break in the opening leg and a hold there, and on the brink of a 1-0 lead is John Boy.
Excellent finishing, isn't it? 64 followed by a ton. As I mentioned, we do have world champions in every single match. A 4-time world champion, Lisa Ashton, makes her entrance to the Circus Tavern stage next, taking on Terry Jenkins. And then John Lowe, a man steeped in darting history, the oldest player in the field, winner of 3 world titles in 3 different decades, before Keith Deller gets to remind us all of his famous 1983 victory when he takes on Larry Butler.
100.
Yeah, that'll cap off an exciting afternoon's action. And the standout tie tonight, Kevin Painter and Phil Taylor. How impressive was Kevin yesterday?
85.
He looked good, he was confident. I was chatting to him before the game, he was in confident mood, looking forward to playing, and it showed in his performance against Wayne Warren.
Yeah, really good to see Kevin Painter
100.
producing that kind of performance. Took 10 points on his average, the highest of the tournament so far, in fact, 95.26 in that victory.
60.
John Part looking to hold here, get a foothold in this opening set. A good visit from John. Takes him down to finish.
It's 4 tons straight from John Part in this leg.
100.
John Part, who won his maiden World Championship in 1994, got 1 set in the whole event. And that was in the semi-finals of Ronnie Sharp. He was dominant. He beat our colleague Bobby George. It was finishes like that that took him to his first world title. John Part is on the board, a 101 finish. Trumps the 100 finish from John Boy in the previous leg, but John now has the darts, John Walton that is, to complete a 1-set lead.
Yeah, textbook leg of darts from the Canadian. 400s and a 101 out for a 15 dart leg, and he's in the treble 20 again and again, and Party is starting to make his move.
123.
He's got a bit of bounce now though, John.
He loves this game, doesn't he, John Part? We've seen him embroiled in brilliant battles many a time with a
55.
smile on his face at the end of it, even in defeat. I remember a fantastic clash against James Wade at the Alexandra Palace once. He said he lives for games like that.
Yeah, waiting on tops in a deciding leg of a quarter-final, and James Wade took out 85.
47.
John Part, like you said, Chris, thrives in that close match environment.
But it's Walton who weighs in with the maximum. First of the match, his 6th of the event. Robert Thornton, the leader in that department so far, he's racked up 10 in his 2 matches.
He's been impressive, Robert. To be expected as well. Yeah, stuttered a little bit towards the end against Trina Gulliver last night, but Robert Thornton had too much. Many people's favourite to win the event.
100.
Walton is poised to take the opening set here. Last 16 stage, a race to 3 sets.
95.
Best of 5 legs in each of those sets, unless it goes to a decider and tie-break situation. You have to win by 2 in a last set decider. Double top.
Yeah, this for the opening set.
26.
So John Part outside chance with a 1-4-3 here. This really would be a roof raiser. He's had a 104, well, sorry, a 101. Signs John Part warming to the task, but just left himself a little too much to do, and John Walton freed more darts to seal the opening set.
Double 10 now then.
20.
Now then, we've had a 100 finish, we've had a 101, now we're about to see a 102 in 3 consecutive legs, and this would swing it like that's the grimace that John Part. There it is, the look of aggression. Seen that so often in the past. Double 16. Great effort, John Part. Misses a dart to keep the set alive.
We've seen John Walton miss opportunities at pressure moments already in this tournament, but this time he's up to it, and he's up by a set, a 3-1 leg win for John Boy Walton, only after Part had missed a dart to take it to a last leg decider.
Very entertaining opening set though. Impressed John Walton.
81.
John Part was started slowly, but had that dart, like you said, Chris, to level it up, but he pulled it really, and he was nowhere near the double 16, but
It all augurs well, doesn't it? He's taking a little bit of time to get going, but he does look comfortable now, John Part, and we may see very competitive sets from here on in.
85.
Importantly, John Walton has a 1-set lead, but it was a set against the John Part darts. So John Walton just break this game down, hold a throw here, settles him into the second set.
60.
Like all of the players in this tournament, John Part is a man who's had many a magical moment on the stage, including a 9-darter. Mark Webster, you had the best seat in the house for that, didn't you, at the Winter Gardens?
Yeah, great effort from John Part that was, and I didn't mind, you know, I think I was about 7-3 up at the time, so I was like, go on John, go and do it, but it get a bit edgy when he got it back to 8-all, but I managed to get by on that one. Yeah, we talk about that one a lot. John Part was in great form then, and it was a real flat game, but
81.
a great 9-darter, and it was probably the only box he had left to tick really in his career. World Championships, the TV 9-darter.
He's got a new one to tick now with the inaugural World Seniors Championship. Love to lift the title, as they all would. Certainly hotly contested. Treble 18. No, he stayed there for double 17.
He may not go for it. Should go for it, John Boy. And why not? And that's why. A 1-5-4 on the finger point. That's a great dart from John Walton, acknowledged by his opponent John Part, and seeing some of that class finish. We saw plenty of it from his England teammate Martin Adams last night. And John Walton getting involved, and that's a 1-leg lead in the second set.
81.
Fantastic finish from John Boy. Decided he'd like the lie on the treble 20, so stayed there, and then I think you were right, Mark, he looked a little bit reluctant to go for that double 17, but thought, well, having gone for the treble 20, it kind of looked silly not to go for it.
Yeah, especially, you called it, didn't you, treble 18. With John was on 209, it seemed that it kind of made sense, but he went the aggressive way, and it paid off. Big finish. We've had 3 10-plus finishes in the match now.
100.
John Walton, the better of the two at the minute. His average above 88.
And again, a slow start to a set from Part, something he needs to try and put right if he's going to be in this fight. Well, John Boy will be back tonight.
Good visit from John Boy. The party still has a slender lead. He's got to stay in touch in this set. He let John Walton get out in front and dictate the first set. Can't do it here, or he will find himself 2-0 down going into the first break.
60.
Well, pressure is going to be applied here. Plenty of it. It's capital P pressure from John Boy Walton. Clapped on by the greatest Yorkshireman of them all.
Dennis Priestley lifted the first ever PDC World Championship on that stage. And if it wasn't for Phil Taylor, you'd like to think he'd have a few more. 4 defeats in finals to the power. John Walton is going to get a dart for a 2-leg lead here in set 2.
Double 10 it is. Double 10 he gets. Don't think it was what he was going for. Would have been 10 for tops, I imagine, but found the treble inadvertently. Found the double quite intentionally and is racing away in this match. His average now over 90, and John Part facing an uphill struggle.
36.
Yeah, these are big moments for John Part now. Being blown away. Winner of this match, incidentally, will play the winner of our next match later on this evening. Terry Jenkins takes on Lisa Ashton, then they'll play in the quarterfinals tonight. So
43.
Long day for the victors in these remaining second round matches this afternoon.
The only quarter-final matchup that is certain so far is the one between Phil the Power Taylor and Kevin Painter. And that will be a real trip down memory lane. That's what we're all here for. History, nostalgia. Kevin Painter with a chance maybe to lay some ghosts to rest.
Well, if we're basing it on what we've seen so far, we have to make Kevin Painter the favourite. Look good, particularly against Wayne Warren. He was made to work hard against Tony O'Shea in his opening match, but real no drama performance from the artist last night.
Having a great time here at the Circus Tavern.
121.
It's John Walton who must be enjoying this one.
But he'll be only too aware he was in a similar situation yesterday, cruising 2-0, and he let his opponent off the hook. Les Wallace got back to 2 sets apiece and led in set 5 as well, before John Walton reasserted himself and got the job done.
Party would love that kind of chance, wouldn't he? He is the eternal opportunist in the world of darts. And long before the likes of James Wade were mugging people, Party was up to those kind of things. But he does look likely to have to win 3 sets on the spin as Walton sets up 74 for the second set.
Yeah, no pressure. 20 for tops. Tops for a 2-set lead, and that is a great set from John Walton. He is dominating the 3-time world champion John Parr.
As well, they have to call him out on this, Mark, because before the match he said that John Walton's finishing was Mickey Mouse. It's been more like Mighty Mouse in this one, hasn't it?
It's been incredible, and there was even that little pause on the 154, wasn't there? It's been a real polished performance from John Boy, and he just hopes that yesterday's drama doesn't repeat itself with darts like that. It may well do. John Parr not done yet.
The first maximum back on the Circus Tavern stage for Darth Maple. What a nickname. What a man.
Yeah, great guy, great player.
Still think the best 180 of the week came from Bob Anderson.
What a way to bow out. The finger point was there from Bob as well. But he copped for a tough draw, didn't he? Robert Thornton, for me, was the worst draw in the event. Only just off the PDC tour, and just get the feeling he's not done in the PDC yet, is he, Robert Thornton?
Yeah, I think the same feeling will go in the way of Trina Gulliver. I'll speak to her actually next. She's going to be in commentary for Lisa Ashton's game with Terry Jenkins. But a very difficult draw for her. Didn't really have a chance the way Robert was playing. But what a return from the break this is from John Parr. A 182, 140 and then a 105.
He needed it as well. He couldn't drop his throw here in the opening leg. And this 11th out leg. This is incredible. John Parr just reminding John Walton that he's not just going to cruise to victory here. Great leg from the 3-time world champion John Parr.
We haven't seen better in the tournament.
Seen it equalled. 11th out from Davy Prinz as well.
Well, that's exactly the start he needed. Just wonder what he would have been thinking. A very proud man. He's a champion, isn't he? A 3-time world champion, no less, John Parr. He wouldn't want to be leaving the stage with a whimper.
No, and look, paramount he wins this set. If he can rattle through it in 3 legs, even better. So just, look, it places seeds of doubt in your opponent's head anyway, but if you can blast through the set, and John Parr is looking as comfortable as he's been in this match.
100.
Can't leave the finish.
60.
Walton
160.
won't be too bothered about taking this out.
Yeah, just set up. May go for 25, maybe treble 19.
83.
Straight into the 3. It'll be okay. But a 140, even a ton, apply some pressure.
Part will know though how well Walton's been finishing. 64, 170, 154 all in this match so far.
Yeah, that must start. Yeah. John Boy to level up the third set. Double 12, and like you said, Chris, the finishing's been good from John Walton. It's not on that occasion, and that could be the opening, because even if he does return, he's got to navigate his way through 78 again. Busts his score. Disaster first half for John Part.
All the hope just disappeared immediately after dart 1. And as if to rub salt into his own wound, Party found the treble 20 with the last dart. Play it again, John Boy. 66 remaining, so he's got to look at 16s here. The single leaves the ball.
Bullseye. Good side hit from John Walton. That will hurt John Part as well. You expect the go. Doesn't get one. And pressure on John Part. He's one breaker throw from being on the brink here.
Both players with business-like demeanours right now. Part has lifted his game, there's no doubt about that. The averages are getting closer and closer to each other, but you have to take those opportunities when they're gifted to you. And full credit to Walton in the way that he managed to get himself out of a hole there by landing the little hole in the middle of the board.
John Boy senses that he can get the job done in double quick time, and if you can do that with having to play a second game today as well, Chris, John Boy can get in that back room, go back to the hotel and put his feet up for a few hours.
Yeah, just to fill you in, all 4 quarterfinals will take place this evening on at 7 p.m. UK time, and then the semi-finals tomorrow afternoon, and the big one, the final, Sunday night at the Circus Tavern. Come on then, Mark, we'll ask for a prediction. Who's going to be in that final?
97.
I can see Robert Thornton being there. Yeah, I'd be amazed if Robert Thornton's in that final. I'm still undecided who I think will play him in the final.
Well, to be fair, you haven't seen everybody play yet, have you? So you will by the end of this session, so maybe I'll ask you again at the start of tonight.
Yeah, that would be better, thank you, Chris.
Okay, I do apologise.
Apology accepted. John Part there, rescuing the situation. He needed that 2 treble visit.
100. Johnny require 81.
Could be a pivotal exchange, this. Treble 12 the target. Gets it for double 13.
55.
Unlucky.
Johnny require 94.
John Walton, I think he'll use the ball here. Not a bad guide. 19. Ideally the treble. Didn't even entertain the treble. Bullseye for a 94. Unlucky.
69. Johnny require 26.
Does he stay there? Double 13, John Part. Straight for it.
I was going to say definitely stay there.
Can't go inside now.
No, he's got to be careful. Wow, he could do with that falling out.
He could even knock it out on the way in here. Precarious. Stamp your foot, John.
Big dart for John Part. And not to be. And there's the head shake, and he knows he's in trouble.
25.
Walton to go 1 away from the quarterfinals.
Double 4. The choice for John Boy Walton. Next to the double 13 that John Part has just missed 4 darts at. And that could be the point that this game got away from Part.
It's been dominance from Walton. Just got to finish the job. He did struggle finishing the job yesterday, got there in the end. There's a little opening for John Part here now. Got to make hay. He's at the point of no return.
Not the worst visit in the world. Misfire, but scoring over 60.
66.
If he can back it up with a big treble at least in this visit, they start to feel good about this leg.
Not really taking advantage. It's not a good leg from John Walton, but John Part has not put much daylight between himself and his opponent. Well, he hasn't.
100.
And Walton finds the first big treble of this fourth leg in the third set.
Well, you know John Part well, Mark. I imagine he's the kind of guy who probably has been watching all of the matches here at the World Senior, so he'll be aware of the kind of trouble that Walton had crossing the line yesterday.
Yeah, and regardless if John Boy didn't have trouble this day, John Part will not give up, but
80.
look, he's played the game long enough and he knows he's underperformed, and he'll be disappointed with the way he has performed, but lacks a bit of match practice. John will admit that. He's played a little bit in Q school,
60.
obviously commentating all over Christmas, so there wasn't a great deal of practice going on there, so maybe it's crept up on John Part, but you can't argue that John Walton has been the better player. He's been a lot more clinical. He tidies up his scoring, John. He could be a threat for the title.
Yeah, perhaps someone going under the radar a little bit.
45.
But he's going to be in a position once again to win a match 3-0. Didn't take it yesterday, but he's got plenty of time here.
Yeah, even more time now. Treble 19. May just go big 19, big 18. Oh, that's it. John, go for a 7. Time on his hands. Just got to refocus here. Just double checking. 70 left. Treble 18, treble 10. Pick your route, John Boy. Well, made a bit of a mess of that. And a ton 40 from John Part will just force the issue slightly.
We should leave a finish as long as he stays straight.
83. John, you require 64.
Managed to leave one. 157.
44.
Well, he finished 64 to start the match.
57.
Can't do it to complete victory, but in all likelihood will return.
Well, should I start writing the tally? It was 9 yesterday for the match for John Boy Walton, who's missed one now.
83.
Is he going to finish the job? Is it going to be drama like there was yesterday, or there's 2, there's 3, 4 match darts come and gone for John Walton.
Deja vu at the darts. Double trouble for John Boy Walton, who's having a little shout at himself there. Well, Party might have to rescue this. 13s. And now the bullseye. Oh, what a shot from John Parks. He's lapping it up. They're lapping it up.
That's one rescue each, isn't it? We saw John Boy hit a ball on a 74 combination. Well, Party's done it as well. And John Walton has missed 4 for the match. John Part now has the darts to half the deficit in set score.
Surely those thoughts of missed match doubles yesterday will be creeping into his head.
100.
Good old-fashioned Yorkshireman, John Walton, determined to give the fans their money's worth here at the Circus Tavern.
125.
Yeah, he's a proper Yorkshireman, John Walton, they reckon. He hasn't spent his World Championship money from 2001 yet.
You spent all yours, Mark?
41.
He is a generous colleague, Mark Webster. On the other side of the coin, Paul Nicholson dropped 50 pence in the commentary box yesterday, and he bent down so fast to pick it up, it hit him on the back of the head.
John Part got to follow that up though, because that would have hurt John Walton.
30.
Just gone a little bit flat, and Walton has kept it together, to be fair. 1-2-5 followed by a ton.
55.
John Part, just a bit of adrenaline rush. Still had work to do, get the job done. Just stay in touch. He knows John Walton's record on match darts.
134.
A bit Mickey Mouse, isn't it? His match dart attempts, to quote Bobby George, but look, let's not take it away from John Walton. This has been a good performance. Yeah, his average is down around 82, but some real good moments. The 154 stands out.
They proved right in the end. Bobby George, even when he's wrong, he's right. Well, this is
45.
such a key leg now. Partey knows that if he can't convert in the next 6, maybe even 3 if he needs to darts, and he'll be heading home, but he might be getting more.
41.
He's just not backing up a big score with another big score, John Partey. He's had that one standout leg, the 11 darter, but it's been too patchy. Again, we see it there. Good tidy up. 90 remaining. Sorry.
$135.
Just double checking, Paul.
135.
And that's a better layup from John Part. And that is pressure.
Well, 135 required for his opponent. He's not going to get a shot at even the bullseye. So John Part will come back with 3 in hand to extend this match after John Walton missed 4 to win it.
And he converted the double 8 on the 11 dart leg earlier, and this not as much quality, but by far the most important darts John Part's thrown in the match so far, and he can't convert. And John Walton will be kicking himself even more now. He didn't lay up very well there, but 120 to book a place in the quarterfinals. Already missed 4 match darts.
Well, I said he was keeping it together, but after that 125 and 100, he's gone 55, 45, 41, 15, and he doesn't get a dart at double from the 120. Really is struggling to go past the checkered flag.
Aggressive look from John Part. Gotta go. John Walton not looking. And John Part has blown his opportunity. 6 darts to prolong this match. John Walton, 4 match darts already come and gone. Should get 2 more.
That's a mile away.
50.
That's closer, but not close enough. When the tally rises to 6. 6 match darts missed by Walton. 6 set darts missed by Part. But he takes the sets. The snarl turns into a smile. And John Part is getting the party started here in Purfleet. And he's back in the match. He's still in this World Seniors Championship.
You say he's a dogged performer, John Part. He'll keep digging away. Well, his last major run on the PDC was in the 2018 UK Open. He had to dig in there.
Pressure off, as you see, Mark, and all of a sudden Walton weighs in with the maximum again.
But John Walton, who's had 6 match darts, has got to find 3 legs again now. The beauty of set play, you get yourself on the brink. If you don't convert, you've got to do the hard work again. Hang about. Unlucky from John Walton. Hitting 9 darts in the 2007 World Masters. He's Martin Phillips, the legend. Nice to see Martin here. Sitting at home
100.
in his chair with his pipe and slippers.
Walton with a strong start to set 4.
45.
John Park. But Walton's regrouped well. It's not the problem winning the first leg, it's that those match darts that he's getting jittery on.
45.
Yeah, it must just have a completely different feeling to him. Everything
83.
will seem to get smaller.
91.
His arm will seem to get shakier.
This.
71.
Now then,
John
Park pinches this leg, then John Walton will start to worry. He won't be too flustered yet. He'd be concerned he's mismatched darts, but he's still got a 2-set-to-1 lead. He's still got the darts in this 4th set.
27. John Park 20.
Just a little shrug from John Park. He is doing everything the hard way in this match. John Walton once again making it difficult for himself. Having had such a handsome lead, can he find double 10 this time?
No score. John
Park standing in the background. They'll be shrugging his shoulders. Yeah, he's getting a go, but look, he was on 140 the last time he's at the board. He's only on 113. 54 for tops. More darts for John Walton, but
35.
hasn't converted a double since
20.
the 3rd leg of the previous set. When you're missing, you don't want to be going up for double 5, and yeah, he's splitting. That's confident stuff, to be fair. When you missed all those doubles, have the confidence to split the double 5. John Walton holds throw in the 4th set in the opening leg.
Park just trying to pull himself up to the level he had in the previous sets. Fans of all ages here at the World Seniors Darts Championship.
100.
Can John Park send us all the way? John Walton will hope not.
Of course, that classic final that we all remember here against Phil Taylor did go all the way. 13
45.
sets.
Yeah, it was sub-performance from John Park. He'd already been beaten by Phil Taylor on that stage in a previous final. 7 sets to 0, so he had scar tissue when he went up there, but did the job. And his 3 world title wins, all very different. The drama against Phil Taylor.
84.
So comfortable against Bobby George, the debut. And it was pretty straightforward against Kirk Shepherd, who had that fantastic run in 2008.
26.
Absolutely an elite darts player, now an elite commentator. John Park, a colleague of yours, Mark. And we've been paying tribute over the course of the World Seniors
85.
Championship to those darts players that have done so much for the game on the trophy, the ones that are no longer with us, the world champions that have passed on, honoured and have been with applause in the arena. I'd just like to add a couple more names to that from the commentary world. Sid Waddell and Dave Lanning, who led the way and did as much as many of the players and anyone involved in darts to put it in every living room and make darts players household names and the sport a popular game.
Yeah, second. That's still great when you see those archive games and you hear Dave Lanning and Sid Waddell talking you through the action. Missed within the sport, but contributed greatly to the sport.
Speaking of which, great contributor in the comms box, John Gwynn, will be joining us for the finals day tomorrow. Now then, John Park has busted his score. That could come back to bite him.
And even more so now. John Walton has already taken out 78 in the match. He was under a similar situation. John Boyd bust the 78 and did it the next time round. Can John Part do the same? Bullseye. No, not to be on this occasion.
John Clark 78.
Treble 18 then. The starting point for Walton. 20. D20.
38. John Clark 35.
John Part. The level is up in the fourth set. Needs this. And can't convert, and he's going to offer John Walton more opportunities for a two-leg lead, and John Walton to be on the brink yet again.
Has to go for the double five this time, and he finds it. No problem at all. John Part bearing gifts. John Walton a grateful recipient.
And now then, over to you again, John Walton.
So the pattern has been in these third legs, or to win a third leg of a set, John Walton to start well, to start to tail off, and then miss a load of doubles.
John Part will hope that trend continues, otherwise it's the exit for the Canadian. John Walton already got himself a little buffer in this set and leg. Well, the buffer in this leg has pretty much gone.
Managed to use the dart that was in the treble one there, John Part. An expert deflection into a score of 57 points more.
Yeah, good visit from John Walton. 9 darts thrown. 197 separates him and a place in the quarterfinals.
114.
He turns it on when it looks like a lost cause, doesn't he, John Part? It's quite remarkable. Just keeps fighting, the dogged dartist.
He knows if he stays in touch that John Walton gets edgy on match darts. And the proof's there. It was there yesterday. It's happened again today. Not the time for a slip though from John Part. No, can't find a treble. And well, he probably felt his race was run in the previous set and he got away with it. Will he get away with it again here?
Well, no match start this time, just a big 20 to lay up, so John Part is going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat here. 133, the target. It's on. Treble 19. Can't be found, and Walton will return for more match-winning opportunities.
6 have come and gone. Is it lucky number 7? Wow, they're nowhere near. They are real poor darts from John Walton. They were nowhere near the target. Rushed, nervy.
And for the second successive day, Walton misses 9 match darts. Can Part punish?
No score.
He can't.
Well, we saw John split this. Surely he'll split again. But he's edgy, isn't he? There's the risk if you split. Or pinging a 17 or a 15. Well, gets that part done. And gets that part done. And in doing that, eliminates John Part from the World Seniors Championship. John Walton in a game which featured a 1-5-4 finish. He stuttered.